So, after beating all the endings, I decided I was going to try and take a crack at making some stupid builds in PvP. The first one I wanted to show off here was a build I'm calling Pure Power. Kind of a silly name we came up with on stream, but the exciting thing about this is it's not a armored core that I typically try to build. Most notably, you'll see we have the tank treads here. I despise tank treads 95% of the time. I'm a reverse joint girly, so I adore those little bunny hop legs. But since, as you can see, we have these giant lasers on the back and pretty beefy guns, we unfortunately needed something with really, really high carrying capacity. So, let's go through the armaments. First off, in both of our hands, we have the Aperitif siege missile launchers. I don't remember exactly when you get these in the story. I believe it's in your first playthrough. I'm not 100% though. But these missile launchers are very, very cool. They fire out a series of rockets that, after a short delay, will home onto whatever target you shot them at. It's really, really cool. A lot of people don't expect those rockets to be coming so long after you shot them, and it can catch a lot of people unaware. It also does a surprising amount of stagger damage, and if you manage to get the stagger bar all the way up and can get a direct hit, that's where our giant lasers come into play. These giant three-pronged or two-pronged three-pronged lasers. I forgot how to count there for some reason. We have two of them equipped on the back. They're heavy as hell, require a hell of a lot of energy, which is why our armored core is the way that it is right now. But you can charge these on your shoulder, keep them charged until you get the stagger damage, or until you see an enemy that's low, then fire them off like a sniper, and it's very, very cool. It does a ton of damage. Fair warning, if you are using Type B control scheme like me, you will have to claw the X and Y buttons and keep them held down for charging your shoulder weapons. I wasn't able to find an option to make those toggleable, so just as a heads up, it can be a little cumbersome if you're not used to the claw grip. Next up, for our head and body, we are using these, I guess I won't spoil it, these HAL 826. If you don't have these yet, you will get them around your second playthrough or so, I believe. They help a bit with energy load, but mostly they just look pretty cool. These arms are bulky enough to carry our missiles, which is why we are using them, and they also fit with the tank treads. And as I mentioned, we needed the really, really big tank treads. We're slow as hell, but man, we really can carry all of this shit. Obviously, our next thing, since we have tank treads, we don't have a booster. Our FCS, I guess you can use a long-range one here. I was using a close-range one, but I don't think that's the best option. I'm still messing around with FCSs, but I would say medium to long-range is probably your best bet here. And then for our generator, we are using my personal favorite because it makes all of your thruster outputs red. But this generator that you will not get until your second or third playthrough. Very, very cool. And then we are using pulse armor, because if you catch someone unaware, charging at you with a melee weapon or something, you pop the pulse armor, and then you pop them with your lasers while you're kind of immune, and it's very, very good. So, I got a gameplay to show you, and I hope you enjoy it. Definitely try out big laser builds. Armored Core is a lot of fun, so I stepped out of my comfort zone a lot with this one, and I think you should too. You can find some really cool stuff to mess with.